Hi everybody, welcome to College Writing. This is ENGC 1101 and I'm so excited to welcome you to our online class. This semester we will be completely online asynchronous, so we will not have classes that meet at a specific time during the day ever. However, I just wanted to let you know that my intention and expectation for this class is that we will build a learning community. So you will be responsible for joining in with Zoom meetings with me as private conferences, just you and I, so we can get to know each other and build a relationship, and that will help us build community in this course. And also with each other, you will be doing some meetings with each other, so you will be able to talk over Zoom and get to know your classmates a little bit. So I just wanted you to make sure that you have that in your head, that you will be required to do some meetings. They are just not scheduled like in the catalog at a specific time. So we're not going to have every Wednesday at 6 p.m. we're going to meet. Nope, it's going to be scheduled personally between you and I if we're doing a conference, or between you and your classmates at a time when you all can make it. So I just wanted to be really upfront about that even though this is an asynchronous meeting, we still will be talking with each other over Zoom periodically. All right, so let's talk first about the syllabus, because the syllabus is a really important part of every single college class. This is not the most exciting reading. We all know that syllabi are kind of boring to look through and read. However, they're super important because they tell you what all the policies are. They talk about how you're going to be graded. They talk about what the expectations for the course is. And this is where I'm going to point you in this direction. So you will, if you have questions about the course, I'll be like, that's on the syllabus, right? And so I will be expecting you to know this information. What I really want you to look at when you look at the syllabus that's posted in content, and I will go over how to navigate content in another video. We have a series of welcome videos here. This is our very first one, and you will be looking at, I think, 3 more welcome videos, which will walk you through how this course runs. And so I really hope that you take the time to watch all 4. In the past, when people have skipped over videos, they are really lost and they don't understand how to navigate the class, and it lasts pretty much the whole semester. They are really confused by everything because they skip the presentations. And I totally understand that other online classes, you are able to skip the presentations and maybe just read the material and do the homework. That is not going to be the case in this class. You're going to have to do the presentations, or you won't know how to do the assignments. So I really encourage you to go and look at all 4 of these welcome videos, because in all 4 they give you all the information of how this class will work and how to navigate to all of the different and important places this course will be held. And the presentations are really what I would be doing if you came and sat in a desk in a face-to-face class. That's where I'm going to be telling you how to do things, showing you how to do things, and doing all of my teaching. So I just want to really stress that you need to watch the videos and the presentations. Okay? All right, so in content, I have posted our syllabus, and I encourage you to read it. And once you pull up the one that is in content for this semester, it will look a lot like this. My office hours will be posted right here, just like they're posted on this one. My email address and phone number are here. I also have a mailbox number. and some other important information about this class. But I really, really want you to pay attention to office hours. That is when I will just have Zoom open and you can pop in on Zoom. If you would like to schedule an office hour not within my office hours, we can absolutely do that. I am pretty much available most of the time at this point. And if I have a meeting or if I am otherwise engaged, I will just tell you that and we will schedule around that. So please request a Zoom meeting whenever you feel like we just need to talk and you need to clarify things. Being a writing class is really hard to do online. I can't look over your shoulder and give you a pointer because your shoulder is not near me. So sometimes you're going to have to come to me and say, I really need you to look at this and I want to be there and I want you to talk me through it. And I am more than happy to do that. That's why I'm here. That is my favorite part of my job, is helping students and teaching students. So please do not hesitate to request a Zoom meeting whenever you need one. The best way to get a hold of me is through email. And whenever you want to meet on Zoom, you're going to have to request an actual time, because what I do not do is sit by my computer with my Zoom room open. Because that's weird. So if you want to meet with me, you're going to have to schedule a time with me and then I will meet you on Zoom just like we would meet you, like if we were going to meet at a restaurant, I would not be sitting at the restaurant waiting for you 24/7 and whenever you wanted, you could pop in. We would meet there at a specific time. So please just be cognizant of that. I know that students in the past have popped into my Zoom room because it's open all the time. I'm just not there. And then I get these emails saying, excuse me, there is blah de blah in your Zoom, in your Zoom meeting. Please join them. And I get it 3 hours after you've been there. So just make sure that we make an appointment so we both know what time to show up. Okay. All right. So these office hours though, I will have, open hours. So I will just sit and wait. And it would kind of be like me sitting in my office waiting during an office hour. So you can just pop in then. All right. The other thing I wanted to show you specifically about our syllabus is our units. And the way I have organized this class is 80% of your final grade will be within our units of study, which are 3 composition activities. The first composition activity that you will be doing is a personal narrative. The personal narrative is worth 30% of your final grade, and you will be doing multiple drafts. This is sort of a creative nonfiction or, creative writing-ish thing where we are going to be focusing on style, and I will be expecting you to use a lot of different methods to draw your reader in and make your writing really interesting and to tell a really good story. And then when we are done with your personal narrative unit, we will go on to the rhetorical mode essay. And the rhetorical mode essay is the biggest paper of the semester. We will be spending the most time on that. The bulk of our semester will be on the rhetorical mode paper. I will be expecting you to use the style that you learned in personal narrative in your rhetorical mode paper, even though this is more of an academic paper, more expository. We will be synthesizing many texts. You will be using quotes and citations. So it's more of an academic paper, and it's going to be different than other academic papers that you have been required to do in the past. So this is a learning curve, and that's why we spend so much time on it. It is also worth 30% of your grade. So that's the big bulk of the semester. The argument project is your last composition activity, and this is going to be a presentation and a paper. So it's two things, and this unit is worth 20% of your final grade, and it will kind of be like your final exam, because this will be the culminating thing that you're going to be doing for the last couple weeks of the semester. It's going to be due during finals week, and it will be due on Tuesday of finals week. And I have not nailed down the exact time. Usually Tuesday on finals week, sometime before midnight, right before the day ends. So sometime on Tuesday it has to be handed in. You can always hand things in early, but this project is going to be you composing your own podcast. And the reason you're going to be doing a podcast, and you're going to also turn in an annotated bibliography, which will be all of the sources that you are going to be using for your podcast. The reason we're doing a podcast is because the other 20% of your grade is going to be spending time with season 1 of the Serial podcast. Serial is a podcast that is through This American Life. It's kind of a spin-off of that, and we will be listening to this. This will be our touch-tone text for the whole semester. So week 1, we will be starting that podcast. You're going to be listening to 1 episode every week. The last 2 episodes are going to be stuck together a little bit, and so you will be posting about both of those episodes the same and during the same discussion board at the very end of the semester. So we will be doing most of our work this semester will be grown out of this Serial podcast. It will touch that podcast in some way. So the podcast is about a boy. He's 17. He's arrested and convicted of murdering his ex-girlfriend. And the podcast, your argument, is going to be arguing if he is guilty or not guilty by the end of our podcast. So every time you listen to the podcast, you're going to be wanting to pay attention to what's going on and drawing your conclusions about guilt and innocence as we go through that podcast. Okay, we'll talk more about that later. The next thing I want to show you is our course schedule and how this works. This is a weekly course schedule. It will come out every single week. It'll come out on Friday mornings, and you will be able to begin on the next week on Fridays. So obviously this time it came out on Monday, which is the beginning of the semester. And you will see, oops, I'm so sorry. You will see that during Welcome Week, we have some things up here that says Start Here. And the first thing you're going to do every week is print your course schedule, your weekly course schedule, and there will be a video called an overview video that you will watch. You're also going to sign up this week for an initial conference with me so I can get to know you right away. And this week we have 4 welcome videos because it is the beginning of the semester. Then after that, these are all numbered, you can see, and this is the order that I want you to do. And how I've organized this semester is that you are going to be having assignments every night, and they are due at 8 o'clock the next morning. So this whole getting started part, everything will be due Tuesday at 8 a.m. Then you'll have some assignments on Monday, and then that will all be due on Wednesday at 8 a.m. Everything will be due by Friday, so your weekends will be yours. But since the next week opens on Friday, if you want to get ahead, you can. All right, I'm going to end this video here. If you have questions, you can always email me. and I'll see you on the next